Welcome to your weekly focus for February the 6th through to the 12th, 2017. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And before we begin, thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. And you send it to my entire life. So thank you. I'm with Mom most of the time now. And I'm still trying to iron out all the details of the rest of my life so that it fits together. So thank you for your patience. So let's see what the energy is going to be. We're going to have some fun energy because we have the lunar eclipse, the end of the week in Leo, don't we? So our number one card is the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is all about being in the moment. Truly, we are looking backwards, but only to see how far we've come, that we've made it to this point. This is like we take a deep breath. We've gotten off that horse. We have been traveling for forever and a day. And we finally stop. We take a break. We take a deep breath. And we say, we made it. We made it to this point. And we take stock of where we are. And then we ask for the beauty to come into our life, the path to be straight as we go forward. The challenges be few. That we can rely on the wisdom that we've acquired to this point in time. So it's being thankful, yes, for what we have walked through, and it's being thankful for what is to come in our life. It's time for prayer, it's time for meditation, it's time to expand your dreams, your passions, your desires. The Nine of Pentacles. Now this is all about a new day dawning. This is kind of, in many ways, the World card, but not as, not with the exclamation point. Once again, those seeds we've planted once upon a time have come to fruition. Now this is a very spiritual time. This is when the veil is very thin. So this week is a beautiful time to take time to meditate, to take time to pray, to take time to sit in silence, unplug, and turn it inward, turn it towards you, of what you want in your life going forward. And realize the abundance that does surround you right now. Now for each of us, that is something different. And we may not see the abundance in our life. Have you ever had a period in your life when you say, it just can't get any worse, and then something worse happens and adds it to your plate, and yet you still managed it? So this is about standing strong. This is about stepping into new beginnings. This is about realizing the potential of the new beginnings in your life. This is not so much a look backwards, except to reap the rewards. To understand what you've gained, even if it's only a wisdom that you've gained. Well, the best is yet to come is what I hear. The Three of Wands. We stand before that expansive new path. We are weighing out our decisions. We are trying to figure out how to keep the balance. We are very grounded here. This is like, this week is so far from the cards, it's the starting point. It's point A. Even if you think that you've come and you've leaped over mountains lately, you're really at point A. So it's getting really exciting for you. But this is where we sit here and we understand where the balance is needed in our life, how we can work in new things into our life, what needs to be left behind in order for those new things to have space in our life, whether it is our health and well-being, our spirituality, stature in the community, career, your career focus, starting your own business, taking it to the next level. taking that relationship or that friendship or that partnership to the next level, or starting a new relationship, starting friendships, starting partnerships. This is the beginning of that expansive path. We have not stepped really on it yet. We are still on the land, so to speak, here. But with a path that expansive, we don't want to limit ourselves to what can be. Well, the Tower. The Tower was around last week, and here we are again with the Tower. A restructuring. Okay, now the Tower in many ways is things breaking down that need to be broken down in our lives, that we need to allow closure. We need to allow ourselves to move away from. We need to look at it and realize that it has been an anchor. It has been, and I don't know what it is in your personal life, because this is a general reading for everybody, but it could be work. It could be relationships. Where is your mind being pulled to? Your thought process being pulled to? Where is your attention being pulled to? Where is your focus being pulled to? This is very much an energy that says you need to stay in the now. You need to accept change in your life. You need to realize that even if the change seems horrific to you, that it is moving you to a better place. It is going to allow your light to shine. It's going to allow you to step into the moments that you have been praying for, wishing for, hoping for. That you can build again from the bottom up. Something strong, something sustainable. So definitely we want to embrace our inner child during this time. Understand the magic of the moment, or at least allow the magic of the moment, even if it doesn't seem like magic. Because sometimes with this card, it does not seem like magic. And to know that if you are going through a very hard time, that this too will pass. And to focus, to concentrate on moving forward in what you want to create, in what you want to develop, in what you want to step into, in the person you want to become. The Knight of Swords. So this is an energy. This is an I can do. I mean, failure is not even in our vocabulary really this week. We have a lot of strong cards telling us to be grateful for where we are right now and to look forward in where we are moving. You know, the Knight here, okay, he's been walking that horse through this thick forest. He had an idea of where he wanted to go, but he had to get through this forest, and he had to, well, sometimes he could ride the horse, but it had to be slow, because you never know if the path was going to end, or there was going to be a drop-off, or there was going to be a tree or a rock in the way, and they'd have to backtrack, or it'd be so thick that he couldn't ride, and he'd have to cut through the brush in order to even just get to where he was going. But now we've hit that field. Now we've hit that meadow. Now we've hit that open space. Now we can hold our sword high and yell charge. Failure's not in your vocabulary. The I can do. I can succeed. I've got this. That's the kind of energy that we will be feeling around us this week. This is ripping off those limitations. This is understanding what we have to work with. And this is knowing in our hearts that we will succeed, that we will accomplish, that we can put our determination or our perseverance behind it to get us to where we want to go, to create the things that we want to create. Maybe it's growing that relationship deeper. Maybe it is growing your health and well-being. You know, the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is all about new opportunities appearing in our life. Now, if we're looking too far forward, we may not see that opportunity because we've already painted that little picture of exactly how we're going to go from point A to point B. And we start to put blinders on, and we start to limit ourselves only because we figure it's going to happen in a certain way. Usually our prayers get answered in the most unbelievable ways. So look at all opportunities that cross your path this week, not just the ones that fit your picture of how you are going to go forward. Be open to new experiences, new changes in your life, new people coming in your life, new situations coming into your life. And pay very close attention to your intuition in what feels right. Excuse me. We have the Three of Pentacles. Work hard. Yeah, there's going to be work to be done. And I think this is where we start to understand how we want that portal to look going forward. We hold the paintbrush to our tomorrow. And this is a time not to really get too focused on if other people are paying attention to what we are doing, because they are. They're taking notes. Especially if you are in a career situation and you're thinking that you're putting in all this time and this energy and nobody's really noticing your accomplishments, they are. They're watching you. So pay attention to what you're doing. Put your best foot forward. But this also opens up the potential to abundance in your life. This opens up the potential to how you want the abundance to look in your life. Some people aren't looking at career. So creating money through a career is probably the last way they figure abundance is going to show up. But it might be that forever somebody in their life is true abundance. Or really making a statement within the community or the neighborhood or the home. Or maybe just having health or well-being or growing their spirituality is true abundance. So you hold the paintbrush here. Page of Wands couples with this card, telling us that we have to think outside the box. We have to get unique. We have to get different. We have to believe in our intuition. We have to write the statement of our life out in a unique way that uses all of our gifts, all of our talents, all of our abilities, even what you think is a hindrance in your life, or a flaw in your life, or something that actually pulls you back. There is nothing that you can't do if you want to do it. And that flaw, that thing that you don't like other people to see about you, or notice about you, is probably the thing they admire most about you, or at least one of the things they admire most about you. So love you, love all of you, and see the unique person that you truly are. That there is a path for you that you can only do. There is nobody else in the world that can duplicate that path successfully as you are going to be able to. So see your worth, see your value, see your talents, and then utilize them. Put them to work. This is a work hard. So we can't just think about it and hope that it's going to materialize around us, but we have to do the actions. We have to do the steps. We have to understand what our action plan needs to be in order to go forward. And it might be different. It might be unique. And if it is, I think it even has more empowerment for you. Five of Cups is all about crying over spilt milk. So understand what you have control of and what you don't have control of. And what you don't have control of, stop wasting your energy or your time or your resources on it. Concentrate on what you can change, what you can do, what you have control over. This is also not beating yourself up for yesterday, okay? You only fail if you stop trying. Until you stop, as long as you're trying, you can't possibly be failing. It's just one more way that didn't work, but you'll figure it out. When I was raising my children, and two of them with autism, I can't tell you the amount of things that didn't work that I tried, but I can tell you the ones that did work. But were there a lot of failures? Absolutely. Were there a lot of times that I thought one thing and a whole other thing happened because of it? Absolutely. Did I learn from it? Did I grow from it? Did I apply that knowledge to a new way forward, a unique way forward? Most definitely. And that's all you need to do is stop lingering on the failure or lingering on where you've disappointed yourself or somebody else has disappointed you. Because their actions, you don't really have control over that. You have control over your actions forward. And this is a time for your actions to be paramount. And then the devil. So we have the Tower and the devil. So it is going to be a transformative week for us. But this is one that is telling us to shed the old, allow closure in our life, allow things to fall away that really are holding us back. And usually we hold on to certain things in our life, or sometimes we hold on to things in our life because they become comfortable, because we know what to expect. And so we don't want to jump off that cliff. We don't want that new beginning because we don't know what to expect. We don't know what's out there. And the unknown brings in fear. And that's just a natural human response. The unknown is supposed to bring fear. That's how we're wired. That's the survival. Your brain will automatically say, don't go in that direction because I don't know what to plan for. I don't know what's going to happen. This is the phoenix rising out of the ashes. This is the rebirth. This is the point A. And we are in eclipse season. So this will bring about beautiful transformation and change in your life. And it may not seem beautiful because, well, we have the Tower card, we have the Devil card. So sometimes we think there's got to be a lot of bad happening. But it's always in the way you perceive it. Rick Levine, I think last month or maybe the month prior, he had a story that he used and I loved it because it was about a farmer coming home, and on his way home he found these two beautiful stallions, and he brought them home, and everybody in the community came around and said, wow, you're the richest man in the world now, look at these horses, what a find. And the farmer said, good luck, bad luck, who's to know? Good, bad, who's to know? And so with his newfound money, prosperity, he went out and he bought seeds, and he's going to plant a big farm, and he's going to turn that money over and have lots to eat for the winter and be able to sell the excess. And his son breaks his leg. So now he can't help with all the farming that the father had planned. And everybody said, oh, what a tragedy. Now you have double the work to do. Will you be able to get it all done? What bad luck. And the farmer said, good or bad, who's to know? The next day the army came through and picked up every eligible young man to go fight in the war. And his son had a broken leg, so they didn't take him. So, good, bad, who's to know? We don't know why we're given certain paths to walk through, but when we accept it, embrace it, and walk that path, we see the miracles unfold. We step into our new beginnings. If we fight it, sometimes we're fighting the very thing that's going to help us move in a beautiful new direction. So love yourself and know that you are worthy. Know that you are deserving. Know that if you are going through something challenging, it will pass. And you will step into new beginnings. You will be the phoenix rising out of the ashes. You will be the rebirth within yourself. The magician. The magician says, what do you want? I will grant you your wish. I get a very strong sense with this card that it is asking you to go a little bit deeper into what you want, because you have to be careful what you wish for in life, because if you wish for the wrong thing, or you wish for the right thing but use the wrong words, you're still probably going to get it. You just won't like how it shows up. You know, if you say, I want money, man, I need money, bring me money, I'll take money, and you find $1 on the street, was your wish just answered? So what do you want that money for? How will you invest it going forward? In yourself, in your own property, in a business idea, growing the community in some way, growing the world in some way. So one, what do you want and why do you want it? But also, how badly do you want it? You know, we do have the Tower card here. We do have the Devil card here. So what are you willing to sacrifice in order to reach that goal? Is it going to mean extra hours at the office or at the business? Is it going to take time away from the family because you are investing your time now in a community effort? Are you going to actually have to not work the overtime in order to grow that relationship deeper? What are you willing to give up? What kind of perseverance and determination are you going to have behind this goal, this dream, this wish, this desire? How committed are you? So this, I would really think that the Magician here is asking us to, yes, pray and meditate, but also to affirm. So this is a beautiful card to say that you have to have a mantra. You have to have a mission statement. You have to have some very positive affirmations to say on a daily basis. And don't get me wrong with the affirmations, because you hear that like it's some kind of magical thing. You know, you wish it and you say it and you affirm it and it's going to show up. You know, we affirm all day in the back of our mind. Usually when we're putting our head on the pillow at night is the first time we actually hear those affirmations that have been rolling around in our subconscious all day. And it's usually the things that bring in fear, bring in worry, bring in anxiety. The things that all of a sudden it's 3 in the morning and we're still wide awake because now it's taken us on this whole roller coaster ride of negative thoughts. But you're still affirming those negative thoughts. So when I say you need to do some positive affirmations, what I'm truly saying is that you need to focus and concentrate on those thoughts that are going through your head and make them positive to bring in the right energy. Because those thoughts are going regardless. It's teaching yourself to think positive. It's thinking yourself to, or teaching yourself to move towards the things that you want to create, want to develop, want to step into, want to grow into, want to become. So that they start to outweigh the things that you do wrong, or the flaws that you see in yourself, or the last failure that you feel that you had. If you say, I never find the right person to be in a relationship with, they're always two-faced. They always say one thing to me and then they go and do another thing and my heart is broken. You are actually asking for that type of relationship to come back into your life, whether you want it or not, because that's what you're affirming. So when you start saying, my relationships are magical, it's heart to heart, they're so honest with me, they're so giving. I love giving back in the relationship. I love loving back in the relationship. That kind of relationship begins to be attracted to you in friendships and partnerships and close relationships. And use that for everything in your life as a tool. How are my thoughts? Are they negative? Are they positive? Because the thing that you might be trying to wish away is actually the thing that you're wishing in. So just be more conscious. Seven of Pentacles. What are you focused on? What are you cultivating? So we have a week of really paying attention to, I mean, there are opportunities coming in here, but where are we putting our focus? Where are we putting our attention? Remember, this is the card I deemed as the motto of the year, the mantra of the year. Where am I putting my focus? Should it be there? And if not, where does my focus need to be? What are the seeds I plant each new moon? What is the harvest I expect? Am I bothering to weed? Am I bothering to work the ground? Make sure that it has enough sunlight. Make sure that my garden, what I'm planting, my seeds, so that they grow through the ground, have enough water, nutrients. Am I putting my focus there each and every day? If not, how often am I putting my focus there? Do I need to increase that focus? Am I trying to lose 10 pounds, but yet I haven't even taken a walk around the block in over a week, and, well, it was so-and-so's birthday, and then it was so-and-so's anniversary, and I've just been kind of eating a lot more sweets, and I don't know why I'm not losing this 10 pounds. Maybe I need to put the focus on it a little bit more. Maybe I need to push myself. Maybe I need to get more determined. Maybe I need to believe in my own ability to move myself forward. If you want your relationships to grow deeper and you're not putting any focus into the relationship, it's not going to grow deeper. If you want to move forward in your career, but you are not trying to educate yourself or raise the bar on yourself or learn new things on a daily basis in order to enhance your already established skill set, it probably won't happen. So we need to realign our focus. We need to pay close attention to it, and the opportunities are going to be there for us. The magic is there for us. It's what we are willing to do with that magic that counts the most. Let's get a Journey of Love card. I'm going to take those cards out. So I think we are going to have Rings of Time, 44. What a beautiful number that is. Grounding, 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 and empowerment. The Rings of Time, 44, comes to an 8. So 4s are, well, it's a strong number. There we are, Ring of Time. We have a poem, we have a poem. There is a beautiful silence now as I hold your hands and listen to your eyes across a span of moments called time. There are no words that say as much, nor walls that could confine the wings of our feelings or the rhythm of our eyes. Divine timing is granted to us as a gift. Sometimes if we want to be further ahead than where we are, the gift can seem like a restriction rather than a generous holding. Much like traffic that moves systematically, so that not only one car but many can reach their destination according to the greater harmony and alignment. We are like individual cars that must sometimes accept red lights, and at other times can flow swiftly through many green lights. It is just this way, the systematic flow of divine energy through human manifestation. Your spiritual maturation is happening perfectly. There is no need to bother yourself about timing. When doors open, walk through. When there appear to be no such opening, rest, reflect. The rings of time serve you, beloved. This oracle brings you a message that the divine is completely responsible for the timing of every event, opportunity, and happening of grace in your life. All you need to do is live your life. Everything else is taken care of for you now. This applies to all your plans and the unfolding of all your relationships. Let it all breathe and let the divine happen as it will. So stay in the now. Don't get lost in the mistakes of yesterday, the failings of yesterday. Don't get fearful of what may come tomorrow if you take a certain step. Go with the flow. Accept the doors when they open. And when they're not open, reflect. Understand what you have learned. Tap into the wisdom so it will take you to the next door opening. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.